philosophy is about exploring those ideas that really matter, asking ourselves something about the values that shape and colour our individual lives and societies. And you find when you read newspapers and you look at programs on television or read magazines, you see this constant endeavour to try to make sense of things. You know, if you have a lot of data, that's not knowledge yet until you put the data into patterns. But knowledge is not the last step either. The last step is understanding what you know. And that is, par excellence, what philosophy is about. First, we must understand what we mean by a good life. Because usually when you use the phrase, the good life, people think either a life of piety and prayer on the one hand, or on the other hand, lots of partying and having a good time. But actually in philosophy, the idea of a good life means the idea of a very worthwhile, very flourishing life. A life where you feel that you're moving towards the realization of goals that matter. A life that is satisfying to live. And we know that at the very heart of such lives are good relationships. And so the philosophical tradition, right away from Socrates and Aristotle, has concentrated on this idea: what would make life really feel great to live and be very productive in its good consequences? And the answer is the considered life. This is what Socrates said: the life thought about and chosen, the life to which we apply reason, the life where we try to get a measure of self-understanding and where we try to educate ourselves about the great diversity of human nature and human interests, so that we can live as if we were navigating our way through the very best parts of the world that is possibilities. So that's what a good life would be. Education, meaning, equipping, furnishing, feeding, opening up the minds, first of the young, and then providing opportunities for everybody always to be learning and thinking and understanding and debating. This is what makes the difference in human life. And I'm afraid most educational systems, largely because it would be very, very expensive to do education perfectly, as it really ought to be done, tends to focus more on training people to take part in the economy, or to get a job, or to master a certain technique or set of techniques. And the training element of education, which of course is important, you have to train people how to add and subtract and spell, but if the training aspect just pushes people towards their careers or towards getting a job or participating in the economy, it misses out the possibility that all the other things that we are as people, you know, we are voters and neighbours and travellers and friends and lovers and parents, and all those aspects of ourselves really need to be nourished as well.